sine square theta all over 2g. Please, there's a difference between sine square theta and sine 2 theta mathematically. Sine 2 theta and sine square theta is two different things. So we should be conversant with our calculation. Okay? Now, having known that, to get the maximum height, h is equals to u square sine square theta all over 2g. So, our u is, what about u? 20. H is equals to 20 square sine square 30 all over 2 times 10, because I'm giving g as 10. I'm giving g as 10. Okay? H is equals to 20 square is 400 times sine 30 is 0.5. 0.5 square all over 20. I have 2 times 10 is 20. 20 squared is 400. Then sine 30 is 0.5. Remember, it's sine square theta, not sine 2 theta. Sine 2 theta means 2 times the sine of 30 degrees. Sine square theta means the square of sine 30. So there are two different things. So we should be conversant with our formulas for range, for time of flight, and for maximum height when it comes to projector. It's okay. We have h is equals to 400 is equals to 100 all over 20. If I multiply 400 times 0.5 square, I'm having 100. Divided by 20, I have h is equals to 5 meters, which is option number, I didn't give you options. So sorry. Okay, the question says again, an object is projected at 30 degrees of the horizontal with a velocity of 20 meters per second. What is the maximum height attained, given that g is 10 meters per second square? And option A is 10 meters, option B is 20 meters, option C is 5 meters, and option D is 2 meters. So the answer to this question is option C, which is 5 meters, which is 5 meters. I said again, I said the first thing you do is write out your parameters. What am I looking for? What am I given? I'm given the angle as 30 degrees. I'm giving velocity as 20 meters per second. I'm also giving G, which is what? Acceleration due to gravity, as 10 meters per second square. And I'm asked to find the maximum height, H. And I said, this question is coming up from projector. And I said in projector, you have to know the time of flight, the maximum height. And now for maximum height, the formula is u squared sine squared theta all over 2g. U squared sine squared theta all over 2g. So I have to fix all these things into the formula. Remember, there's a difference between sine squared theta and sine 2 theta. So when you're calculating, don't go and multiply sine by 2. Sine 2 theta means 2 times the sine of theta. Sine squared theta means the sine of theta times, that is, multiply it twice. That's assuming that we have sine 30, the angle here is 30 degrees. Let's say 0.5. 0.5 times 0.5, that is square theta. But sine 2 theta means 0.5 times 2 is two different things. So the formulas may be confusing, but just try and know them and understand them. So, okay, let's continue. U squared sine squared theta all over 2g is the formula to calculate the maximum height. H is equals to U is given as 20. Sine 30 is square all over 2 over 10. The square of 20 is 400. Sine 30 is 0.5 square. That is where the sine squared comes in. So all over 20. 400 times 0.5 square, you're having 100. Divided by 20, I have 5. So the maximum height to be attained is 5 meters. It's 5 meters. I believe we are doing justice to these questions, and we are gaining something. To my viewers, to my students, I